Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Dawn here. How are we all doing today? Yay! As you can see, I am so much better. Thank you so much for everyone who gave me the well wishes when my daughter and I got caught COVID. My husband did catch it too. Thankfully he only had a headache. But yeah, Lucy and I seemed to get it quite bad. Mine, I think it took me about 11 days to test negative, and even now, I mean, I've had it, it was around the 10th of January because I was really poorly on my birthday, so that was a bit sad. So yeah, and even now I'm still having problems with this ear. I can hear, but it just doesn't feel quite right. So but thank you everybody so very much for your well wishes. Yeah, you all kept me smiling and kept me going. So we're here for the podcast, and oh my goodness, you guys have not disappointed. We have lots of questions. So, well, some are questions and some are notes. I've written them all down on my little to-do list. We'll put it in front of me. So yeah, I'm going to answer them as best as I can. So for anyone who is new here, the podcast that I'll be doing once a month, this is a bit later. I was hoping to try and release them around the first week of each month, but with me having COVID, I am behind. I'm hoping to catch up for next month though. So without further ado, let's start. So Cheryl from Australia, hi Cheryl, reached out to me and asked me about my paper pads, because the paper pads that I've released over the last couple of years, not all of them are digital. Some of them are just a physical product. And she's asked about, will I be doing, turning them into digital paper packs? And I have thought about this because I do understand that the shipping abroad is so expensive. And it's so frustrating because I really wish that it wasn't as expensive as it is. I actually now use Every to post abroad because it's a little bit cheaper, not by much. It costs anywhere between £18 and £20 for me to post an international parcel. That's over 1 kilogram. So it all depends on what's in the box to how much I pay. So yeah, it's like I completely understand. So what I think, yes, I am going to turn them into digital files. I'm not sure when, because I've still got a few things that I need to do. But I will put it on my list of stuff to do because I have to actually sort my files out for the papers. And it's probably a good thing if I put them on digital, because then I can clear up my iPad a bit. But yeah, so yeah, I will put them on digital. I will let you know. It'll probably be around, I'm gonna say probably around May, June time that we get them up in the shop. So yeah, it just gives me plenty of time because I think there's what, I want to say about 10-ish paper pads to do. So yeah, so I hope that's okay with you, Cheryl. But yes, I will get the papers up online and digital version just for you. So yeah, so that was something that Cheryl did ask. And I just also want to say, Cheryl made a card, a Christmas card for Natasha Footy. Is it Footy or Foot? And she sent it to her, and it was using my Festive Treasures collection. And oh my goodness, your card was absolutely beautiful. So yeah, she shared it over. Natasha actually shared it over on her YouTube channel. So yeah, I was like, how lovely is that? So yeah, beautiful card. So thank you so much for letting me know, just so that I can see it. So that was from our lovely Cheryl from Australia. The next one, so this isn't a question, this is more, so Shirley, hi Shirley, who I did the first podcast because she had lots of questions about how how I design and things like that. She sent me another email back. I haven't been replying to my emails, and I'm so sorry. And it's not because, well, I want to say it's because I'm being lazy, but I'm so tired. COVID has just knocked it out of me. So I have just, like I said, I've just been writing things down, and then I will you know, talk to you face to face. I think it's nicer to talk face to face. So anyway, she got back to me and said thank you very much for that podcast and stuff. Anyway, she has mentioned Lily Grace in the on the Facebook group, suggested, and I do remember this, she put a little post out saying that she's going to stamp all of her stamps and die cut all of her dies, put them in a folder so she can see what she had. Now I used to do that when I was in my old craft room, and I used to have little sort of I'm going to call them catalogues because that's what they were, and then I would look through and then it would tell me where the stamps were, and then I would get the stamps out instead of faffing on. And actually I think I could really do that again. Well, Shirley's has said that she's going to be stamping and die cutting her whole collection, thanks to Lily Grace. So Lily Grace, I want to say she's Susan, but yeah, Lily Grace, thank you so much for that suggestion. And I thought, you know what, that's a really good suggestion to put out here on YouTube. I mean, it would take forever to do, but if you've got it done and you've got a little book or a ring binder or something with them in, telling you exactly where they are in your craft room, how much time is that going to save? So for the time that it's going to take you to stamp and die cut and stuff, I mean, how cool is that? So I thought that was a really good idea and definitely worth a mention. Now we got a question of Ilsa asking, because she said she's got a little craft studio in her garden and she's a bit worried about heating, and obviously I'm in the studio at the bottom of my garden. So she asked me about my heating. Now I have 2 heaters in here. I used to only have one, but I found that when it was frosty outside, it was taking longer for my heater to heat the place up so that I was comfortable, and then so I've just bought a second one about a month ago. I think it was just before Christmas I bought the second one, and now I mean I was out, I came out this morning, so I actually came out it was about 10:05 I came out, turned my lights on, put my heaters on, went back to the house, sorted out tea, and within 50 minutes I came back and the studio, I need to turn the heating down even more. The studio is already sitting at 22 degrees. I do have the thermometer on the wall, but the heaters that I use are really cheap. I don't know if I can lift it up and show you. Let me go and unplug my other one and then I'll be back. Right, I'm back. So I did have, when I first moved into the studio, I did have fan heaters, and the problem with them, when I'm filming, there's no way that I could have had them on, so I've gone for a silent option. So this is my heater. There you go. So I do have 2 of them. They're not very expensive at all, and I haven't found them to be super expensive to run either. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm just looking at my meter. Yeah, I mean, the heat comes out of them instantly. So I have one on each side of the room because this is a big room. This is 3 by 4 meters. So there's quite a lot of area. So I have found that having 2 in the larger, it heats up quicker and it's not costing me as much. Because once it's heated up, I turn them right down to the bare minimum, and it keeps it nice all day. So yeah, those are the heaters I use. So that was our lovely Ilsa. So yeah, thank you for that question. Right, next one was from our lovely Jenny. Hi Jenny. No, it wasn't sort of a question, it was more of a request, which I'm more than happy to. So she's asked, she's got some Aquaflow, so I'm just looking at my paper, some Aquaflow pens and some mixed colour markers, and that she has in her stash, and she's not 100% sure on how to use them. She hasn't used them because she doesn't know how to use them or want to use them, and asked if I could do some videos. Yes, definitely. Not sure when. I will try and get some filmed this month. I am currently a couple of weeks ahead, so yeah, I think that's a really good idea. So I will do some on this channel, making cards, and then I'll do some mixed media things, but I'll do it on my second channel. The link to that is in the description box below. So the mixed media side of things with those pens, because I do think, you know, I haven't used them in ages actually, and I love the Aquaflow pens. They're one of my favourite ones, as well as the B&M Aqua Water or Aqua something marker pens, watercolour pens. Again, I haven't had them out in ages either. So yes, Jenny, I can definitely do that, hopefully, but I don't want to give a time frame of when that will be, but yes, it is on my list of to do. So yeah, so hopefully maybe film something this week. Hopefully I will get around to doing that. Now the final questions that I have been asked are all from Tracy. Hi Tracy. So this is all about filming and yeah, and my time. So she asked, what would I recommend you film with, a camera or a phone? When I first started doing YouTube, everything was done on my phone. There was a simple, really simple editing software that I could download. I think you've got to pay for it now. That I managed. It was that simple. I could put words on my, you know, with my other one, really hard. Yeah, it was just easier with my phone. Because I think a lot of us now are so used to just using our phones for everything. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it felt more natural when I was doing it. So I would record a video, I would edit it on my phone, and then I would upload it on my phone. So I think when you're starting out, if you're going to start out with YouTube, and you're not quite sure if it's something that you want to, you know, pursue and do more of, definitely use your phone. I mean, to tell you the truth, the cameras and the video quality on the phones can actually be so much better than, I mean, I'm using, what am I using, a Sony something camera. I don't know, I just know it's a Sony. My husband bought me it, but that cost nearly £1,000 for my camera. But that was something that I wanted because I knew that I was going to pursue. The camera that I used before this was a Panasonic camera that we bought when my girls were little. The quality, I actually use that for packing orders. So that's all set up. Yeah, so I have like my two cameras, but because I use a Shortcut editing software. It is a free editing software. I used to use it back in college, in my college days, so it was something that I was very familiar with. I'm slowly getting better at editing and working out on things, and but I'm going to say I'm a very lazy editor, and I don't really like cutting much out of my videos either, because I like the flow of them. I like how, yeah, I want you to see everything. I want you to see if I make a mistake. I want you to see, you know, how I'm thinking of my thought process. So yeah, I think when starting out, definitely a phone. And then, you know, maybe if it's definitely something, maybe get a cheap camera. I did quite a lot of trial runs with the camera, so that I could get used to it, and as well as uploading it onto my laptop, because I had a laptop at the time. Uploaded it onto the laptop, playing with my editing software, and eventually once I got comfortable, I did make the switch, and I did start using the camera, and now I definitely prefer using my cameras. Yeah, it's just, it frees up my phone for other things. So yeah, so that's that. She's asked, how do I control my lighting? Well, actually, lighting's always been a massive issue with me. It's never been the greatest. Since getting the studio and having the strip lighting put in, my lighting has been the best. I used to have lamps and ring lights and diffusers. I had everything in my old studio. and now I don't have anything. I literally have the studio lights. I made sure to get the bright white ones, like the daylight ones, and it's enough to make it a really nice sort of light video and quite natural. There has been a few videos last year that I had to turn the studio lights off because of the glare, but that was before I got my tiles. That was when I was using my glass mat. So I would say definitely get a tile, a floor tile, a nice big one. Mine is 60 centimeters square. I got them from B&Q. I actually have 3 on my desk, and it fits my desk beautifully. So I have 3 of them, and they were £9 each, and honestly it's the best £9 I've spent. My glass mat was nearly £40. Was it? It might have been about 30. I think I paid for it in the sale. But yeah, so honestly, definitely. So that's helped a lot with my lighting issues, because it's not as a reflective surface. Now if I was to hold, say, like this is just a bag, and I hold it, you can see my lights deflecting, and there's nothing much I can do about that, but it is limited. That's only if like we're using cellophane and stuff. Now I am having issues with lighting when packing orders, so I do actually have my original lamps, which I need my husband to come and move for me, because we've actually put them on this side of the studio, next to the kitchen, because I do have like a kettle and oven. Don't ask why I have an oven, but we have an oven. So yeah, so on this side is, but I never use it. I don't need it in that, on that like area, because that area is like super light for some reason. However, in the corner where I do all my packing now and the packing videos, it is actually quite dark. So my way is just, yeah, getting lights in, trying to position them, and then hope that, yeah, we do it. However, what I do actually at the minute is I do record them, and then I use my editing software to brighten them. So there is ways around it. So if you're going to do something too dark, you can just lighten it up just a touch in your editing software. It's not the greatest way, but your best light is daylight. Daylight is your best light. So I highly recommend, if you can get lots of natural light, then brilliant. The only thing is the sun. So through the summer last year, I realised that where I sit to do my my videos, the sun comes in. So in the winter it comes in on a morning, and you get the sun marks on the desk. In the summer it's on the afternoon, so which can be so annoying. But yeah, you just got to work around it. So yeah, lighting is, I since having the studio lights, it's been fine. Just need to sort out the packing area station, and then yeah, that should be fine. But I think just with my light that I used to have in the studio, I think we should be fine. But then a lot of the times if something is too dark, I do go in with the editing software, and I use that to brighten it. So yeah, hope that helps. Then she's put, I love this question. So how many hours do I spend in my studio? Oh my goodness, so a lot. I honestly, I love this place. This place is, I'm looking around and it just brings me so much joy. Yeah, I spent, so if we go from, so I have like a working week. So on a Sunday, today is Sunday, I tend to start work about 10, but I'm a bit later today because I'm on the phone this afternoon with our lovely Rachel. Hi Rachel, if you're watching. And we tend to talk a lot. So I thought, yeah, we'll have a late start, because then, yeah, so I can sort out tea. So Sundays I typically start around 10, and then I finish around 5, because my husband comes in from work. He goes to work, he's at work 6:30 till 6, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I try and work in the same times that he's working. So I leave the studio about 5, so I can go and get tea done, and then we have tea at 6:30, and then yeah, the evening's my own. So that's like a typical Sunday. Monday through to Wednesday I come down to the studio anywhere between, so Mondays I come down at 9 because Lucy's at college, so I need to make sure she gets on the bus because she has transport. So and then I come straight down to the studio again. I finish at about 5. Tuesday and Wednesday I come down the studio at about 8, half 8, and then I go back in at 5. Thursdays and Thursday, Friday, Saturdays I don't work. I try not to come down here, but if I come down here, it's for myself. It's not for work. It's just for myself. But I try and spend time with the family. But Thursdays, I just come down to pack orders, or if there's a video that I really want to do and the husband's busy, then, so Thursdays and Fridays is literally how I feel. But I pack orders every single day, and sometimes twice a day, which I need to sort of stop doing that. I really do, because my husband said, why are you going down twice to do, because I pack all my orders first thing on a morning, and then if any orders come in between 5 and 6 like throughout the day, I pack them up as well. And then when my husband, after we've had tea, my husband goes and drops them all off for me. So so yeah, I like to try and get your orders out to you as quick as possible. So yeah, my working day can be quite a long one, but a fun one. So yeah, and then she's put how many hours are split between packaging, designing and creating content for YouTube. So really good question actually. I do have sort of a schedule. Sundays is for filming. Always film on a Sunday. So like this afternoon I'll be talking to Rachel, but I will be filming a harmony card. So yeah, which I'm super excited about because I love my harmony card videos. So yeah, so I will be doing that. So I always try and make Sunday my film day, so I will do any collab videos I need to do, any harmony cards. Sundays typically tends to be my harmony cards videos that I want to do, or if there's any collabs that I'm doing and it needs to be out ASAP, then I'll do them as well. So yeah, that's a Sunday, and I tend to film all day on a Tuesday, so Tuesday seems to be my film day as well. And then when I finish filming, I don't just stop, I then take it over to the computer, which is next to the packing station, and I edit it. And then the next morning when I come in, once it's been exported and the video is ready to go, I then upload it onto YouTube on the right days. And yeah, so that's sort of how I spend my time with YouTube content. So I do have 2 days of filming. Don't get me wrong, I do film other days, but those 2 days are my dedicated days for filming. Now when it comes to packing, so packing orders, I spend about, it depends, because at the minute you'll have seen from the packing videos I'm doing, my diamond art paintings are just selling like crazy, which is fantastic. So yeah, so I pack up, it depends on how many. So if I get around, I don't know, say 6 orders, that will take me roughly around 45 minutes to package up, just because I like to add little extra touches to it and make it yeah, just, I don't know, I want people when they get their parcel, I want them to be smiling when they open it, and just, a little handmade card and a little extra goodie. So yeah, so I would say, I'm going to say about an hour a day I spend on packing orders. However, if you were talking about packing up kits and projects and, oh my goodness, I feel like it's 24/7. I have, in fact, because yeah, I needed to be organised for this year, I have in fact done all of the card kits for this year. I just need to finish off September's. I've got a few things that I need to add into there, and then they can be closed up, they're done. So yeah, for the last 8-ish weeks, I have spent nearly every single day packing up goodies and creating goodies, and yeah, fussy cutting and doing so much to get all of the kits, everything that I needed to do, because I'm doing it all in advance as well, because I want my design team to be able to have the stuff quite early on, so they've got time to do what they need to do. So yeah, I spent a lot of time. And then the jewellery findings. So right, I'm going to leave you there 2 seconds, because I'm going to show you how the jewellery findings arrive. So I have a restock and I have a brand new that needs to be packaged. So this is how they arrive. And there is around, so I think there's around 5,000 in here, and I think there's about 3,000 in here. And this is how they arrive, and then I have to package them up myself. Yeah, it's a long process. I've just stocking, because I was running on some of the jewellery findings, so I needed to restock them. But I also have a few things coming up this year. So excited. So I needed to get the jewellery findings for that. So that might give you a hint. So things like that. So one bag can take me, oh my goodness, an hour and a half to package up. I tend to just put music on, sing as loud as I can, but my way of doing it is I count, add a few extra, and then I weigh, and then I do all of my packages by weight. And then when I'm about halfway through, I recount the package that I'm doing at the time, and if it's over 100 or over whatever it is, then I continue with that, just so that I know that all of them are going to be okay. So yeah, so I spent a lot of time packing. I would say I spend more time doing that, at least, if you add all the hours together, I'm going to say at least 3 full days doing packing for the shop and online and the kits. And I mean, it should lessen once I finish off the kits completely, but yeah, it's a lot. And then she's asked about designing new products as well. So that's a little different, because I don't know how many hours I necessarily do with them, if that makes any sense. Yeah, because I use my iPad. I've got an iPad and I've got an Apple Pencil, and I use them and I just doodle. And I have a play. I mean, I have my ideas for next year, so I will be starting to design next year's releases. One thing that I have realised in business, you have to be ahead of the game, and you have to sort of be as organised as possible for it to run smoothly. And last year, moving into the studio, I felt behind quite a bit, and I was saying to my husband, I don't want to be like that again. I'd like the major things done before, you know, I wanted them done before the end of January, but with being ill, I've still got a few bits, so hopefully by the end of February they will all be done. But yeah, so I tend to design when I'm just sat in bed, really. And the other place that for some reason I get so much done is at my mum's. So I'm sleeping, I sleep at my mum's quite regularly. And when I sleep at my mum's, I take my iPad and my pen, and I just sit and just talking with my mum, and my mum will give me ideas and she'll say, oh, why don't you try this, or you know. And yeah, I tend to get quite a bit done at my mum's. So yeah, designing tends to be in my downtime. I don't design in the studio. I don't know why, actually. I just don't. I've never designed anything in the studio. Even when I was in the house, in the old craft room, I never, unless it's been like my watercolour flower, like the garden treasures. That, yes, I did design in the studio, because I hand painted all the flowers for that release. And then I had to scan and clean up and do the rest. So things like that, if it's something that I've made, like, you know, if I'm doing it like on a physical project, then yeah. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. She did also ask, how do I set up my cameras? I have bars. So on Amazon I managed to get it's like an arm, so it can go anywhere. It can go all the way up. You can have it as high as you want, as low as you want, and it's just an arm that comes over my desk, and I use that. My camera stays attached to it. Now I do have tripods. I've got several tripods actually. One of them I use for my iPad, so if I'm doing lives then I use my iPad, so I'll use that tripod and then I can move it around wherever I go. I have just done a video where I needed to use my other tripod, which is coming up, which I don't want to say much about, but it is a Dawn and Julia create. I haven't watched it yet. I don't like watching my videos, but yeah, I haven't watched it yet to see if it's any good, but yeah. I tend to keep my cameras in the same place, so the arm that my camera's on now, I just need to, that's why we're sort of stood here, you know, where the light, it's a nice little pretty background anyway. Yeah. Now if it was dark, so where that archway there is, it's all lit up. It looks so nice. It's got fairy lights on. I'm refusing to take them down. I've told my husband he's not allowed, and we've still got fairy lights up on the studio as well because it looks so pretty. But yeah, I just have arms. I generally just have arms if I need to film anything other than that, because they're not taking up any floor space. They're attached to my desk. The one for, I don't know if, no, I don't think I can string it around, but that's got another arm, which is pinned to the shelf, and then that comes over. So I've done it so that I don't have anything around on the floor, so that it makes me, well, say nothing on the floor. This place is a mess. I keep meaning to try and get it as tidy as possible to do a tour for you guys, but I need to, like, just, you know, accept the fact that this place will never be tidy because it is rammed full. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I hope that helps. I hope you've enjoyed our second podcast today. I've loved it. I feel like I've talked forever though. Let's have a look. I did cut it off, didn't I? So about half an hour. Wow, I'm definitely talked for Britain. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these questions. I am still happy to answer all your questions in the next podcast. So if we get enough if we get enough questions, then it will be the podcast will be answering your questions, and if not, it'll be crafty news. Do I have any crafty news for you? Well, the Best Friends stamp set has just been released. Oh my goodness, I love that. It's so nice. Yeah, it is. Oh, thank you everybody who has bought the stamp, by the way. You guys are amazing. It's just, and that has been such a joy to do, and especially doing something with my bestie as well, which is just, yeah, it's fab. We all need a bestie like Claire. So yeah, so that has just been released. In other crafty news, our first card kit is coming up on the 1st of March, which I'm so excited about. So I will tell you the name of it. Shall I tell you the name of it? Yeah, I'll tell you the name. It's only a few weeks time. So it's called Victorian Treasures. So there you go. That's the name of it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think it's my best kit for me personally. But yeah, I love it. I love the colours in it. It's just when you see the kit, you'll see it's so me. And the papers have changed as well. They're a matte finish instead of a glossy finish. I mean, I wanted my paper shiny because of my name, but yeah, we've changed it just slightly. So yeah, so that's all new coming up. The design team and I will be sharing sneak peeks soon. So yeah, so that's going to be so fun. So yeah, and then we've got loads of exciting stuff coming up the month after, so that involves the design team, which yeah, they have said that they're super excited by it as well. So it's been lovely working with them on the projects for the year. So yeah, I think that's it really in crafty news. Don't forget to join my other channel. At the minute, my other channel, so I can't link anything. it won't let me. Apparently I've got to be completely verified, or I've got to be, you know, I've got to have some, I don't know. I sort of read it and thought, oh, whatever. So yeah, I'm using products and I can't link them. And I keep saying, oh, I'll link them. And then I can't link anything. Can't do anything. So yeah. Oh, and I did get all the way from Australia. So Naomi, thank you so much. I'm going to share that on my other channel. So anything that comes in, will go on my other channel. So yeah, I can't wait to show you. Oh my goodness, she's super talented. Naomi, you're amazing. So thank you for that. That actually came in yesterday. So what's the date today? It's the 4th today, so it came in on the 3rd. But yeah, that is so nice. I'm trying to see if it's got a date of when she posted. The 19th of the 1st. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So yeah. So the other channel, I've got loads of plans for some mixed media bits and pieces on there. Oh, and the other thing, before I go, I know I said I would only post, was it 4 days a week? I've got too much I want to show you. So that's, yeah, I seem to have gone back up. Sundays is either going to be a podcast or a packing video. So Sundays is not going to be anything crafty. It'll always be packing or we talk together. But yeah, there's just so much stuff I want to do and I want to show you. When I sit down to film, oh, I just get on a roll. I love crafting. I love everything about it. So yeah, so I think that might actually go out the window. So I think you might be back to having your videos every day. It wasn't planned. Trust me, it wasn't. Because we are doing, I think there's already been one up, we're doing a stash bust, a magazine box. I've got 10 of them. I want to do 5 of them by the end of the year. So we nearly finished the first one. I'm about to film the last bit of it this afternoon. So, oh, excited. So yeah, that's it for crafty news. How are you guys? Let me know. I want to know. How are you? I love the interaction. I love reading your comments. Yeah. So let me know, how are you doing? Is there anything crafty that you've been doing? Is there anything you want me to cover in any of our podcasts? Yeah, let me know. It'd be interesting to find out. Any questions, email me at shinysilvertreasures@gmail.com. I won't reply to your emails, but I will reply to them face to face. It's more personal. I prefer personal. And yeah, I'm going to start waffling now. I'm proper waffling, aren't I? But yeah, and anything you want me to look at using or making videos on, let me know and I will add them to the list and I will see what I can come up with. But yeah, anyway, happy crafting everyone. Please do stay safe. Bye.